Hey guys, I am currently in a hotel bathroom, so if it's very echoey and the angle is weird, it's because you guys are currently propped up on a tissue box. I figured while I had my camera and everything, I would film a video that a lot of you have been requesting, and it's been years and I just kept putting it off for I don't even know what reason, but I'm going to finally get to this video. So a few years ago, I don't know how long it's been, maybe like five something years, I had surgery on my nose. I had a septoplasty surgery done, and if you guys did not see that video about the surgery that I had, I'll go ahead and link it below because this one won't make very much sense if you haven't seen that video yet. So I will link it and you guys can check that out and then come back to this one afterwards. But I had a lot of questions and comments on that video about like how I'm doing now and everything. So I'm going to try to answer some questions that you guys had. I put them in my phone and I'm going to go ahead and read them off. Well, not read them off, but I'm going to answer some of the questions. So basically, if you don't know what the septoplasty surgery is, the cartilage in my nose was crooked. It was bent more toward the left side, so my entire left side of my nostrils was completely blocked off. I couldn't breathe out of that side of my nose, and it was causing me to have panic attacks almost every night. When I would go to bed, it was hard for me to breathe and I would just have panic attacks from it, and it got to the point where I had to do something about it and get it fixed. So I had the surgery done. And I am terrified of needles, shots, blood, anything the doctor. I avoid it as much as I can because I'm terrified of it. And it was a really, really tough decision for me to make to get the surgery because I was so scared to have it done. But that's one of the questions that you guys have been asking. So I'm gonna go through and answer them. Again, sorry it's been a very long time, but I'm finally getting to it. So one of the questions is, do I have problems breathing? I honestly don't have any problems breathing anymore. Like I said before the surgery, I could not breathe out of this side of my nose at all. And now I can breathe perfectly fine. I honestly even forget that I had an issue in the past because I breathe completely normal now and it doesn't even really cross my mind. Someone asked if I had dissolvable splints. No, I didn't. It was two huge plastic things that went super far up in my nose, and I had to leave those in for about a week, I think it was. And when they took it out, it was the strangest feeling. It felt almost like they were pulling an alien out of my brain because you could feel it from all the way up here, and it was huge. So I had those in both sides. I could not breathe out of my nose at all while I was recovering for that first week. Someone asked if I noticed a change in my tone after I had the surgery. So I honestly, no. I don't think I sound any different, and if I do, I honestly don't notice anything. I think I sound exactly the same as I did before. Someone asked how long does it take to come around fully, fully recover. So for the first few months, maybe even up to a year, I had a very tender nose. If I bumped it the slightest, I would sneeze constantly and it would just have this weird feeling. It wasn't a pain, but it was really tender. If I bumped it on something a little bit, I would just sneeze maybe 5 times in a row, and then my nose would just feel really kind of weird, but it wasn't painful. And like I said, that maybe went on for a few months to a year after the surgery. Someone asked how my anxiety was through the healing process. Like I said before, my panic attacks and everything was part of the reason why I had gotten the surgery done. And it wasn't actually too bad afterwards because I could breathe better, which was what kind of triggered my anxiety. I had panic attacks for other reasons that were not related to the breathing issues after the surgery, But through healing, I didn't really have anxiety from the whole healing process. It was kind of hard getting used to sleeping like on my back or on this side of my face, because when I had my deviated septum, I would always sleep with my hand like tugging my cheek to kind of hold this side of my nose open so I would try to breathe better. But after I had the surgery, I didn't have to do that anymore. So it was kind of weird getting used to sleeping that way, but I never like had an attack from it. Someone asked, it's been about 5 years now, how are you doing? I am doing great. I'm actually really glad that I went through with the surgery, even though I was really scared to have it done. I'm really glad that I did it because I'm not struggling with like the breathing issues and the panic attacks trying to sleep and everything like I did before. So I'm really glad that I did it. And like I also said earlier, I sometimes even forget that I had it done because I'm just breathing so normal compared to what I was that I just kind of forget that it was even a thing. Someone said that they had the surgery and they're on day 3 and they're miserable. And if you have the surgery, to be prepared for the pain. So yes, the beginning was extremely painful. They do give you pain medication to help you get through it and everything, but I'd say that the most painful part was my throat. It was killing me, and it's not anything to do with like the nose. It's because they have a tube down your throat while you're like having surgery so that you can breathe. And that's honestly the most painful part for me. The nose was pretty sore for a while, but the medicine definitely helped keep it under control. It wasn't like, it was pretty bad pain, but it didn't last super long, and the medicine was huge help. I didn't save this question, but I know that I've been asked this question a few times, and some people were asking if the appearance of my nose changed. It didn't change at all whatsoever. So when they did the surgery, they go up through your nostrils and work through your nostrils, and they basically cut a piece of the cartilage out and then stitch everything back together. So they don't actually do anything on the outside of your face. It's all like inside, and I'm assuming if your nose is already crooked from the septum, once they go in and cut out that extra piece or whatever it is, I'm sure it would make it look a little bit straighter. But my nose was already straight to begin with. The only way you could tell it was crooked is if you actually looked up through the nostrils. So my nose didn't change appearance at all. So that is basically, I think, everything that people have been asking about it. It has been a while, and I'm trying to remember and look through all the comments and make sure that I haven't missed anything. And I think I pretty much covered everything. So overall, if you are considering getting the surgery done, I would definitely recommend it. I know that it doesn't go completely as well for me, I mean for others, as it did for me, but it's just like, you can only find out if you go ahead and get it done. I think no matter what, it's going to be better than dealing with the problem. It's going to improve at least a little bit, but for me, I can breathe completely fine, as to where before it was like breathing like this, which was a complete pain. So I would definitely suggest that if you are considering getting it done but you're scared, I would say just go ahead and do it, because in the long run you're going to feel way better, and it's going to honestly change your life, just being able to breathe better. I hope that I answered you guys' questions. If I missed anything, feel free to ask in the comments and I will get back to you. I will reply to your questions. I know I've been kind of slacking on YouTube lately, but I want to get back into it, and I will do my best to respond to your questions. And if you guys have any video requests that you want to see from me, go ahead and also let me know that down below, and I will see what I can do. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video, hopefully really soon. Bye guys.